How can you create your perfect, ideal, ultimate morning routine for high performance? It took me years to build my own morning routine, and it is one of the best things I've ever done. It supports me each and every day to be clear, to be focused, to give out my best of work, and to have a ton of energy for the entire day. Let's break it down into 5 core elements that you can incorporate to have a fantastic morning routine. Number 1 is silence. Whether it's having a meditation practice like Tim Ferriss talks about, maybe it's doing some breath work, anything that helps you to start the day not going at 200 miles an hour, but quite calmly, quite stilly, and helps you to focus your mind. This supports you to have greater levels of energy, to think more clearly, and meditation, as we've spoken about many times before, is one of the greatest assets to having a very sharp mind, to being more present during the day, to managing stress and challenging circumstances, for greater decision making, and the list goes on. So even if it's just 2-3 minutes of calm and silence and stillness before you start the day, this is absolutely magical and is something that I practice every single day and has made a huge impact in my own life. Of course, we haven't spoken about this here, but being able to not sleep with the phone in the bedroom or any tech, having it in a separate room, maybe in plane mode, and delaying the longest possible time until you check your phone. Typically, I'll do my whole morning routine and maybe quickly check my messages as I walk to my work. And sometimes I don't even do it then. Sometimes I only check my phone once I arrive at work. Typically, it'll be at least 2 hours after I've woken up. And so you start your day, first you meditate, fantastic. Then some form of movement. Personally, I really enjoy doing my exercise routine first thing in the morning. Gives me energy for the whole day. Sometimes it's just a light yoga session for 20 minutes. Sometimes it's a run. Sometimes it might be a strength building exercise using some weights. Doesn't really matter because you're getting the body moving, and you need different things in different phases, especially if you're a woman and you have cycles, you need different types of exercise in different moments. Starting the day with exercise has so many ripple effects, and the odd time where I have skipped it in the past, I have noticed and missed it during the day. So some form of movement, even if it's just 10 minutes, is better than nothing. It gets the body moving, gets everything flowing, all your different systems in the body in movement. And especially if you have a job where you're seated all day, then having that extra bit of movement in the morning is really quite a game changer. And ideally also that walk, which is what I do when I walk to my co-working space. But having a morning walk, again, even if it's just brief, could have a tremendous benefits in your life, in your well-being, and it's such a wonderful way to start the day. So that first element was silence, meditation. Second element, movement. And the third one is cold showers. I am a big fan, a high advocate of cold showers. They give me so much energy, do them religiously every single day, except if I'm sick, but that's the only time I skip them. And I feel it makes me more assertive, more focused, more alert. And initially, I built this whole morning routine. It took me a few years to be really consistent with it, because initially I'm not really a morning person. I love the mornings. I love starting my day early and waking up early to do a great job. But when I first get up, I'm a bit groggy. And also I don't drink coffee or caffeine. And even that's just sort of a fake boost and then you go down anyway. So it took me a while to find what's this magical combination that will help me to feel alert and focused. And when I do my meditation, then the exercise, cold shower, and walk to work, by the time I arrive at work, I am focused, I am ready. And the cold shower is a really key aspect of it. Cold showers, amazing, helps you to feel alert, focused. It does a lot of physiological benefits, also provides you with clarity, and you will get to enjoy them. People say they don't. Look, if you absolutely hate it, you don't have to do a cold shower. You don't have to do anything. These are the things that I've noticed and make a big difference. You might want to find your own equivalent. If it's not a cold shower, what is it that helps you to have that extra dose of alertness? Maybe aside from coffee, because coffee can also make you have your cortisol levels spike. depending on how sensitive also you are to caffeine. So this is highly individual, but having that extra spike of alertness from the cold showers is something that I greatly enjoy and appreciate throughout the entire day afterwards. Then a bonus, optional, some morning routines also really recommend either reading or morning pages, which is something that Julia Cameron talks about. These are great if you're looking to release your creativity, to process certain emotions. I've gone through phases in my life where I've had morning pages, or I've read in the morning. Now I put reading in the evenings, and my morning routine is quite long with my meditation and exercise, so I don't do the morning pages, I journal in the evening. But this is highly individual. If you're someone that likes to start with maybe processing a bit, maybe for you, instead of a full meditation, it is the morning pages and writing. What we want to come at here is the morning routine that suits you best and helps you to be alert and focused throughout the day. This is really what makes the difference and helps you to show up in the most effective way. So the next element when it comes to your morning routine is how you choose to start and plan your day. Once you're ready to start working, what are the core items, the core outcomes that you want to achieve that day, and gaining that clarity, having that visualization, being clear on the outcomes for the day helps to prime yourself, prime your brain for what you want to achieve, and helps you to stay on target. So let's briefly recap. We've looked at silence, movement, cold shower, maybe this extra creativity, writing, and having this clear plan for the day. Something to take into account is you might want to have an abridged and long version, because if you're getting a 4 a.m. flight, you probably won't be able to do, or 6 a.m. flight, your full morning routine. But if you're able to just keep some elements and have the basics in place, this then helps you to not break the habit or the routine. In my case, to illustrate, I have my meditation exercise called shower, get ready, go for a walk, and that's my normal morning routine, whether it's 20 minutes or half an hour of exercise or a bit more. And the abridged version would be a shorter meditation, maybe 10-15 minutes instead of 20, and then a shorter exercise, maybe 10 minutes, and I don't skip my cold shower. So compact, if you don't include the breakfast I eat in the morning and getting dressed. If you don't include this bit, it's just half an hour, and maybe with the rest, it's maybe tops an hour, the compact version, and the extended version is more, an hour and a half to 2 hours, basically linked around how long I exercise. And I tend to only do the abridged version if, once more, I'm getting up super early to go somewhere or something like that. Quite rare. We want to practice having more the regular meditation morning routine, because otherwise we will default to that shorter one. But it's something you might want to think. Write down your ideal one, and then write down the first steps towards your small version one. And you want to start first with as small as possible, making it as easy as possible for you to implement. Maybe just add one element. If you're used to just getting up and going, maybe just add your meditation, for instance, if this is something that you feel that would help you in your life, and then add the elements around it. It all comes down to being intentional and reflecting on how you want to spend your mornings to set you up for the day. These are some elements you can use to inspire yourself to create your own morning routine, but we're all different. Some of us may not want to do cold showers. Some of us may want to write or read in the morning. Some of us may want to get going super fast and then maybe have a longer evening routine. It depends. Based on your own preferences, on your own personality, on the type of work you do, you can use all these different elements to help you to create a morning routine that suits you best. Please let me know in the comments, what is your morning routine? What is the morning routine that you enjoy doing the most, and how does it help you to set yourself up for the day? What are some of the elements that are really something that you never skip and make such a difference to your day? I would love to hear this in the comments below on the YouTube channel. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening to this on podcast, whether it's Apple or Spotify, leave a 5-star review. This means the absolute world to me and is really the best way to support the show. And it helps me to show up every single week to give this type of content. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in the next episode.